Good afternoon. Thursday, the 5th of June, 2 o'clock, live from Dragon's Papercraft. Let's get some of you on and we will get creating. I'll have a drink while I'm waiting. Hello, Julie. You're the first, just me and you. This is good. Okay. Oh, Paul, if you're not using your phone, can I have it? Please. I should have sorted that before I sat down. He's just giving it to me now. Hi, Jackie. And there's Donna. Wow. Lots of you. It's just setting it up. And then at least I can see the comments because they are actually coming on my phone now. There's Jenny, Mandy. Thank you. I'll put that there just so that I can glance over. Brilliant. Okay, so I'm not going to do a shop tour today because Paul's moving a few little bits about. There's not a lot new apart from this gorgeous collection from Julie Hickey Designs. And I can't... I can't even take you down and show you the stock because the parcel is coming in tomorrow because it's on delayed dispatch at the moment. We've got a few bits, but we're out of the postage and more stamp set, which I'll show you when I flip the camera. So I thought, well, it's pointless going now to down there to show you. I might as well just show you at the counter. Oh, good. I'm pleased, Maggie. Right, without further ado, let's turn you around and show you what we're going to be doing. You've got a little whiz there, lot of Paul. He's moving his bits about. Not his, well, you know what I mean. Moving the stock around. Let's get that a bit closer. Okay. Oh. There's a bit of reflection from that light up there. See if I can put my hand in it. Yeah, it'll be fine. In fact, yeah, no, that'll be cool. Okay, so first up, we have Julie's letters and number tiles. These are really cool. They're like rectangular shape and a really quirky font in there. What's that say? Naughty. Oh, moving his bits about, yeah. With the numbers as well, which are absolutely fabulous. Brilliant for just personalising. Like, you could never find, as a child, you could never find hazel on any of the little bits in all of the gift shops. So, yeah, a really nice, quirky little stamp set there. And then we have postage and more. This is amazing because you can build up tile cards. Let me just pull this card in. So this one just shows you all of the different postage stamp sizes, all just kind of layered up, and then using some of the images from the Just Daisies and the Floral Delights. But it's fabulous. And what you will find is this size here and this one, these will coordinate in with Dinky Rectangles die set. And then this one, the square, will coordinate in with Dinky Squares. And if you're thinking, well, what's that? That's these two sets here. So for $8.99, the Dinky Rectangles, you get like a border one, a scalloped one, and then a solid. So you can cut these out and they'll perfectly be the right size. When Julie drew them, she did them to size the rectangles. So that's that one. And then there are your Dinky Squares. The squares are $9.89. So I would imagine it's that one there that will fit around that one. So it just makes your job easier. So that's the postage one. But I love, do you know what is really strange? These little stamps here, these are so useful. They really are. And this little stamp, that's sized perfectly so that your alphabets can stamp in the middle of them. So that's that one. And then we have got Floral Delights. I love this. You've got this gorgeous cluster of daisies and different flowers mixed in. Then you've got the little bumblebee, you've got the butterfly, you've got birthday wishes, just for you, and sent with love. And a card that I've made with that one is here. So making that fabulous little border with these two stamps here going across. And then there's one of your little postage with the sent with love in. Just with a few simple clouds and a few hearts in the background from my heart medley die set. Well, in fact, it was like I made a bit of a stencil with it out of one of the stamp sheets. So that's that one. And then here are the Just Daisies. So it's lovely to have the daisy definition in there as well, because it just gives you more to create and build up a background. And then you've got some more sentiments. You've got just to say, thinking of you and thank you. But I love the fact that you've got the 3 different, and especially having this double one. So here's a card that I created with all 3 of those stacked together, but then look, using the different elements in the background. So we're going to make a card like this today. So I'm going to move these to the side. And as I was pondering, as I was coming on like 5 minutes before I went live, I was like, oh, that would look cool if I had a bit of the postage stamp in the background. And so it might be a little bit of a variation on this, but we'll see how we go for time. So I'm going to stay tidy today, I promise myself. And I'm going to bring in a craft sheet. I'm also, let's have a little look. Right, Alison, you can buy all of those stamps on Dragon's Papercraft website. And because I've got Paul's phone here, Paul, he's going to tell me off now. We'll pop a link onto here in the comments to the website. If you go on the new arrivals, all of the stamps are there, and it will just have a little banner, delayed dispatch. And that is purely because they're going to leave us tomorrow. The parcel will be in tomorrow and they will be sent out tomorrow. Oh, thank you, Jackie. That's very kind. There you go, Alison. Jackie's popped a link to the website up for you, and that'll take you straight to them. What else have we got? Good afternoon. Can't find Jackie anywhere nowadays. Jackie. I'm going to go a bit further back. Oh, hi, Bev. 11 p.m. Oh, I bet you're yawning. I had to go to bed at 10:30 last night. We were really tired. That's because we've been binge watching the 2 nights before. I was busy. Right. So in preparation, I have made myself a card blank from my media artist card. So A4, chopped it at 15, scored it at 15. That gives me my card. I've cut a black layer at 14 centimetres square, and then a layer of the media artist at 13.5 centimetres square, just so that, as you can never get Hazel. Oh, I get you, Jackie. Thank you. I'm just so forgetful, aren't I? I no longer see Jackie anywhere. Or probably there might be Jackies out there, but not spelt with an IE. It might be spelt with a Y, for instance. Why? Because Paul. So that's the basis to my card. I'm going to start off with this piece. I've got my craft sheet here, and I have got my Studio Light water reactive inks at my fingertips. So I'm going to be using yellow, pink, which one? Green. Oops. Oh, I've just took it off. There you go. And we'll have a splash of, is that blue or purple? That's blue. Let's get some purple. Is that one going to be a nice colour? No, that's the wrong shade. It's the other one I want. We'll have, oh, I can't see it. There we go. Some purple. That'll do us to start with. And I'm going to add some yellow on there. little spritz of water. I did manage to find one of my sheets. Obviously, it's got a little bit of die cutting in there, but it's fine. I'm just going to use it to apply my ink down. And I've pulled my table back so I can easily access my, this thing, heat gun. Although I'm going to be cheating as we go along. And I'm just going to work my way through the colours and build up a little bit of colour in my background. We're going to go quite rainbowy. I think I'm going to do the green next. And sometimes you don't need to dry it with a heat tool, because once it's settled into the card, you can kind of knock that colour back a little bit. Okay. It's like lemon and lime. And then last but not least, we'll have a little bit of purple. And I'm going to keep, because this is a lot brighter, I'm going to keep just a touch here and there. It's not as bright as I wanted it, but that'll do. Okay, and then I'm going to just take that moisture off, but I'm going to go onto my sheet. A little bit of water on there, and I'm just going to do some little flicks just to add in. I can feel that flicking on my chin. Some purple. So if I lift that up, should be able to see them from there. Okay. So now to add a layer to that, we're going to take the dictionary definition of daisy. And for this, I don't want it to be in your face. So I'm just going to try it in the lighter colours, see what happens. See if it shows up enough. I'm just going to add in, yeah, I just want it subtle in the background so that we can see it, but it doesn't take over the image. Not being uniform, just very random, just adding a few bits in. And again, I hope you can, me looking down through the camera, I can't see that very well, but in real life I can. That'll do. That will do. Right, now onto that Postage and More set. This is where we've got these beautiful little daisies. So now I'm going to start and add in a few different, I'm going to try and rainbow and put all of the colours on there. Some coming off the edge, but just building all of them in. Possibly working in threes. So I'll have another pink one. And then we will have, how are we doing? We all still all right? Yeah. And as ever, if you have any questions or you want to see something in particular, shout out. And if I see the message, I will action that. Okay, so we've got some little flowers now. And then I am going to go to this set here. So at this very moment in time, we have these available now. The letters and numbers. Eh?
They're all shown on delayed dispatch. No.
Even the singular items.
Yes, because I've done it on all of them, because obviously
Okay, that's
Some
fine.
were sold out, some weren't.
Okay. The Floral Delights.
I was just trying to make it uniform.
He was trying to make it uniform, not that he's got OCD, but for instance, if somebody was to put an order in this afternoon for the alphabet tiles, the Floral Delights, they would probably get posted out today because we've got them in here. It's the other two that we haven't got. So the bundle deal will not be staying on there for a long time. It's a limited offer. We are going to keep it on there for 1 week. So by on Wednesday next week, the bundle deal will be off and it will just be single items. Right, let's have a look. I bought them in because I wanted to use a bumblebee. And I also wanted to use, I just want the bumblebee. But before I go there, I'm going to stamp out my flowers. So my Just Daisies, got my block. And I'm just going to grab a piece of card. So I'm going to ink this up. You are very welcome, Val. And it's funny, actually, because every single parcel that left this building yesterday went on a tracked 48-hour. Okay? Now, I'm not going to lie. It's a bit more of it's a more expensive service, but it's worth it because, obviously, the value in the packages, we need to know where that parcel is and make sure it gets delivered to the correct place. So by having that tracked, we can see exactly its journey along the way. So those of you that have received your parcel today, that means that your post office is super efficient and they are, yeah, they very kindly, oh, there's a lovely order come through, delivered it early. So yeah, we can't grumble at that, can we? So this is going to be pink. I've got to do this one pink. Let me just check in my brain. That. Yeah, it's got to be pink. I've just chosen to colour these in with watercolour pens. You can use your inks, you can use your pencils, you could use your alcohol pens, anything. Any tips on getting tape and backing paper off back of heart and star dies? Leslie, yes. The tip is we can what's the word I want to use? You can get like a sticky stuff remover. For instance, I have this one. Okay. It's a bit strong smelling, but it absolutely does the trick. Some have said that nail varnish remover works. But what Julie can absolutely promise that any dyes, future dyes that come in are not ever going to be packed like that again. They're going to be on an acetate sheet. All of the sentiments come through. It's on an acetate sheet with... and they're stuck on with glue dots. And I can't tell you enough. They come off a dream. So... to get the paper off of the back of the star and the heart dies, nail varnish remover or a proper sticky stuff remover. And then, yeah. And then straight onto like your magnetic sheets or something like that. Clean your brush, Hazel. Okay, so that's still got a little bit of purple on. Never mind. I'll make it pinker in a minute when it dries. So I'm just going to colour this down. And I do like to do a couple of layers when I'm doing the watercolouring, just to get a nice bright finish. I've also got the wrong size water brush, so I need to just slow down a little bit because it's going out the lines. You can see more coming up. I rubbed talc on the back and it stopped. Oh, great tip, Tracy. Yeah, talc or anti-static bag. just go around. Now, you'll be pleased to know, well, I have already done the other two. So in the set, you get 3. I've gone ahead and I've coloured these ones in and cut them out. So I'm just doing this one because it's going to be part of a cluster like this, you see. So before I do my next layer, I need to just make sure that's dry. And then I can just brighten some of those up. I mean, in fact, I don't even need to pull that in with water, but I will. Loads of flood eyes. He has much more patience. See, that's a great idea. Give it to the other half. They'll be quite happy doing that. Yeah. Honestly, for the better. You'll be amazed when you see the next lot. Okay, I'm just going to grab a brown. And just pop that one in. And then I've got a couple of greens. This one's very limey, but it'll do the trick nice. I'm just going to go over the stems and flash over them leaves. And then just add a little bit down that side. Is this close, even close enough? Can you see? Is that better? That should be better. I better stay in the lines now. There we go. And then I can just add a little bit of that green there as well. Now I will just lift you up a tad because I'm going to get out my scissors. And I'm going to cut this out, but I'm going to leave a border. It just makes it a little bit easier when you're cutting out. And just go around. I'm trying to keep the border the same sort of size. You can almost see the concentration in my face. I will go in between and try and get as far down as I can down here. I'm sorry I've gone quiet, but I have to concentrate. So what else is going to be happening in the craft world? So next week is workshops in the shop. Saturday there should be a live. I'm just wondering, I've got to decide what I'm doing on it, and I've got to decide if I'm doing it at 2 or 4. But that I will let you know on the day on this page. So then this last little bit. There we go. So that joins straight back up, but at least I've got that bit out of there. So I'm going to bring this in and I'm going to lay down. Now, what I like about these is they're going in all different directions. So you can get a bit of symmetry in there if you want to, or you can just simply lay that down, and get quite a nice little bunch of daisies. So that's going to be my focal point. Have the right-handed Tim Holt scissors come back in yet? Have they really? Yes, they have, Val. They're on the website. Have we got lots?
I got what I could get.
Okay, and so how many's in stock?
About 5.
We've got 5 in stock. No fighting. Okay, so now I want to build a little bit more into my background. So I'm going to get my Buzzy Bee. I know now that my little cluster is going to be here. So I can decide where I'm going to put my bee. I want to put a sentiment on there. And I'm going to choose one of the pre-done ones. So I've got birthday wishes just for... And actually, I do need a birthday card. Oh, I've got happy birthday as well. Maybe I'll use happy birthday. Oh, you see, I like that. Oh, and I did say I was going to have... Right, do you know what? We're going rogue. How am I doing? Yeah, that's good. I'm all right on time. So I'm going to drop this down onto my mat. I want to make sure that I've got a proper, nice rectangle. Then I'm going to get my block. Then I am going to... ink up, and I'm gonna just stamp this down here. Now I want to get kind of an equal border at the top and down the side. I'm hoping I have, but I can't get my head in because the camera's there, so we're going with it wherever it may be. There we go. So I've got a nice little postage bit there, and I'm just going to put my flowers back to see where I'm going. Yep, that's cool. That will work. And I'm going to colour that border in, but I'm going to just have a look at the line. Yeah, this will be good because I can just colour it straight in and not use water. If I'd have used one of the other colours, the darker ones, it would have just caught your attention too much when you looked at it. This one's just going to be, again, just fade in. And also it means I haven't got to be too careful when I colour it.
Yeah, all ready for Christmas.
Stop it. Did you hear that? I wondered what he was doing. He was making space ready for... I can't say it. Oh my God. Yeah. Christmas. It's nearly time. Sorry and all that. I think next week we have Christmas stock arriving. Okay, so we're going happy birthday. And I'm going to place that in there. And then this, I mean, I think this one says sent with love. I really love this. And I think we could have like some postage marks as well in our background. Again, I think I'm going to use the colours that I've used so that it's there, but it's not bright. Sent with love. We're going to have one down there. And then I think, have we got just a... Very pretty. Thank you. I do like this one as well. Happy birthday, enjoy your day. I'll think about that one. Okay, let's go for our bumblebee. I like that. Bumblebee. This is definitely going to be in here. And we'll add our little yellow. And then I bet we could even fit a butterfly on here as well. And this is what I'm saying. All of these little elements, they just build it all up. Got a beautiful butterfly which can come down. Say maybe, yeah, there. I hope I put that in the right place now. Yeah, that'll be fine. Colour. Let's have a look. In fact, we'll do all of that colour. And then I might... just add in. You probably can't see because my pen's in the way. Okay. Okay. So that's where we're at. And then I'm going to ink around the outside, and I might have a little bit of a spritz. So for this one, I am actually going to bring this black in. Looking for the right brush. This one will have to do. Just going to dust around and give this kind of a nice cloudy finish. Going to need a new black ink pad soon. So one card that I've done is very bright and crisp, and this one, by putting this black around, it's just dulling it down a little bit, because I wanted to do a spritz that gives me a nice little speckle on them corners. That's a big gap. There we go. So can you see that little speckle around there? So it's a really nice little base. Even like that, I could do another postage stamp across there and it'd look fabulous. But I just thought, oh, you know what I did have? See, look, I cut out some extra little, just do the daisy heads on their own, and that could work too. I don't know if I'm going to use them, but let's get these on. So what I like to do is just give them a little bit of a shape with my finger and thumb, and just decide how I'm going to lay them. And it might be a case that I stick them together first, because I think that looks really pretty like so. So I'm going to get my glue. And stick this one to this one first. And then I might use some foam pads just to put in a little bit of height. I'm nearly down my first box of 1,000. I'm nearly time to get another one. I know what Paul's going to say. I can do you a great price. He likes to pretend to sell me things. Okay. So I'm going to decide that I'm going to have that one there. I'm not pressing down super hard yet. I want to come up a bit. Maybe I'll go up a bit on those. Yep, there. And there. Okay. And then we'll bring in, once you pop that black behind there, it just pops the design. Oh, nearly on the floor. Give that a firm press. Oh, hang on, Maggie's asked the question. How do you re-ink your ink pads, or just go for new one. Okay, so I was talking about my black from here. These don't have re-inkers. But the good thing about them is that they are broken down into sets of 3. So I would just buy another set of the browns and the black, and that is, I think these are these £6.99 for 3. Yeah, so that would get me a repeat set of those, because I do use the black a lot. So that one has used its ink up quicker than the others. But if it was on something like a distress ink, and obviously, of course, you can get re-inkers for them. If it was on a Jamie Rogers metallic ink pad, you've got the metallic re-inkers to re-ink them. And of course, once you've got a re-inker, then that does have so many more uses. I'm looking for the card blank. Here it is. Now, the card that I sent in for Julie as one of the samples, I did make it as an easel card. And that's why I had these 3 cut out, because if you can imagine another panel here to be the easel, I had 3 daisies, and then I'd got thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I just repeated the word thank you across on a panel, and it looked fabulous. It did. Stop taking the mickey, Paul. I don't think I took the backing off that. That's why it's not sticking. Didn't. There you go. I'm just looking to see if I can fit in any more of these, even in the black and white. I just like it like that. But that's why I've got 3 of those. So you just, I think it's that one, that flower, and I just cut the little stem off. They're just beautiful. They really are. Love them. Right, let's stick this on. He's took his phone back now. I can't see a comment. It's because he's doing his orders as they come through. Thank you. So, did I miss anything? Maggie, we've answered Maggie's question. I haven't used those pens for ages. Why do we forget things? It's true. And they are lovely, vibrant colours. I have the full set of these, but I have like 1 box of them in the shop. It's hard for me because the majority of my stuff is at home. So the bits that I have here are repeats. I have to get it twice sometimes. But yes, definitely get your watercolour pens out, your pencils, those beautiful metallic pencils. This in black card, heat emboss with the metallic pencil on the top would look amazing. Do I keep freezing? Do you know what? That keeps happening. That does keep happening. Who said that? I've lost it now. Just reminded me, how do you make the spritzer with the Jamie Rogers metallics? That is a very good question. I will, how are we doing on time? I can run over that for you. Thank you, Bev. Because we're in the shop and I'm running off of my, what do you call it, Paul? My data? Is it my 5G? Maybe that's what it is. Okay.
Since you've done the update,
yeah, since I've done the update, it's been doing it. So there's my 2 cards side by side. One that's got that extra bit of black, one that hasn't. And then I'm just going to bring in I bet I haven't got a okay. So for instance, this gold one is nearly empty. So what I would do, just going to give that a bit of a clean. Okay. You get a water bottle. It doesn't have to be these. These are great though. We're waiting for stock to come back in of these because you're all loving doing this. And I'm not going to lie, the Jamie Rogers inks and re-inkers, we can't keep them in stock. We just keep selling and selling and selling them. So when you're all buying those, you're buying these little bottles to go with them. So you fill it up with water, like so. And then you grab the inker, the re-inker, which for this case is brush gold. I'm going to give it a little bit of a shake. And then what you do, you just come up to there. I'll do it to the side so you can see. And you just squeeze into there. Now I've got a little, I need that stuck. Hang on. I need to bang. Don't jump. Hang on. I need a pin. Oh, there's not a pin in that. Where's my pin? Let's see if I can do it with this. Got a little bit of mica in the end. Come on. I'm going to think, why did I choose the gold one now? Come on. I know what it is. The ball's probably stuck underneath. It is. I've got my ball stuck. Not fun when that happens, you know. Let me see if I can get the top off. Does it have one? Ah, there it is. Hang on. Bear with me. I hope I don't get this everywhere. Right, just because I've took the top off, I'm just going to go like that, right? And then pop a little bit in there. It doesn't have to be loads. You can put a little bit in, and then you know you can add it. But, you know, I mean, I don't mind a bit. There we go. Pop that in there. Can you see the depth there? If ever you want to do this at home with yours, you've got like a lip. And then that clicks on to keep that nice and secure in there. Okay, and then once you've done that, you pop this back in. Give it a shake. You've got a little 2-year-old visitor. Oh. Hello, Lynn. I hope you're having fun with your little 2-year-old. And then let's just grab a little bit of card just to show you. There is your beautiful mica spritz. So if you wanted to have it deeper than that, you can add more to it, or you could be spritzing. I'm just getting my pink's nearly empty as well. You can see how much I use these. And you can just make a lovely, beautiful, inky, spritzy background. I'm going to be plastered. I'm just showing you some of the colours that I've made. So I hope that answers your question, Lisa. And that is as easy as it is to make your spritzes. So I am going to just check we've got no other questions. That's beautiful. Fabulous. So let's spin you around. You can have a look at Paul while I do it. They can see you. Wave, Paul. He's finished moving his stuff around now. Thank you for joining me. What time are we on? We've done good. That was really good. So Saturday, I will have a little think of what I'm going to do on Saturday and what we're going to play with. If you've got any requests, you can post them on the wall. I'm not going to say 100% that I will follow them, but I'll do my best. So have a good evening, and I will see you all on Saturday. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.